everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. It's opening week in the NFL, and today we have two teams are more than ready to get the season underway. It's the Giants going up against the Vikings.
All right, Larry, it's one of the new jewels of the NFL, no doubt, as you get a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line between the New York Giants and the Minnesota Vikings. Down. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Well, there's your first ROI, right? Return on investment of their first-round pick. His first NFL sack. I know they want him to be an impact player right out of the gate.
A lot of pressure to put on a young man, but I think you agree he has the ability to deliver on it.
And he just did. Probably the first of many sacks in a long career.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Let's go.
Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 83 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to be staring at a third and long here. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Third and long. It's Love. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Third and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
The punter wing is on as he sends this one away. That's taken inside his own 40. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. They run it again with Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now off to the races down the right side. A big play there for Minnesota. 46 yards on the ground. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
Diggs in motion left. They'll run with Cook. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And the D looking like they may blitz. They'll bring a tight end in motion. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
This goes to the goal line. You got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
From the 2-yard line yet again. Let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal. They'll motion out one of the tight ends. Play fake. Bridgewater. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. B.J. Goodson with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. On now is the kicker, Jason Myers, for the field goal try. This is a 26-yard attempt. And Myers able to knock it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. New York set to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Here's Darkwan, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Second down following the run. The play clock's running down. They'll run again now with Darkwan. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Play clock winding down. Just beating the play clock is Locke. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 33.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
that. Super toe.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going up top. He's got a man. Complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Really good recognition of the offensive line of the blitz. They picked it up, allowed for more time to throw the ball deep downfield, and a big-time completion.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They go play action. Bridgewater eluding the pressure right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field.
And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
They go play action here on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Devon Kennard. Charging hard for that outside linebacker spot. He gets in to drop him for a loss of 12. On second down, Cook. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
The Vikings send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And it's taken in at the 9. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And last time, 1 play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Time running out here on the play clock. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And an alley to run. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Orleans Darkwa, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Second down, Bridgewater. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Third and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Now Cook running right. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Off of play action, Luck. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Gallman will run it. And some space here. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Maybe a little sign of life here offensively, Charles. They get their first down. They didn't have any in quarter number 1.
And I think what we're seeing is great evidence of good scouting by both teams, right? Understanding what they like to do, their best plays, try and take those away early. So now we're seeing some adjustments, and they end up getting their first down.
Now Gallman. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
How about the defense not hanging their heads from the previous play where they were beat for a big run, came back on the very next down and made a play defensively that was to their credit.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. Luck now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. from the gun on third down. Luck. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And to give this time to the tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now they try the right side here. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. So that second down run a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on. Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Play action. It's locked. Rolling to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's not like pressure can affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left. Contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Back to the air. Luck on 2nd down. Being chased out left. They find some open field here. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. The Giants on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Luck. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season, as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble, as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And the Giants ready to come out now. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And they start the second half with Johnson. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. They go to Johnson again. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. They'll fake it. Now Luck. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. Devon Kennard in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
To throw, Bridgewater. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Here's Gallman. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with third and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Out of the gun, Luck. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play for the Giants on third down. And even 50 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll run again here with Gallman. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. And he'll bang that one through. Rosas now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. And he's able to find Diggs. And a nice gain at 21 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. First down, Bridgewater. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. He sets to fire deep. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. 38 yards on the scamper there. And now a first down following that long gain. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They run again on first down. Cook. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. To throw is Bridgewater. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And he knocks it through. Here's Myers now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. It's the Giants with possession of the football, but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Shift together here from the D-line. On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he motions the wide receiver. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. Flushed out right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact. Able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, 1st down. They're going to go for it here on 4th. Luck in the offense is going to stay out there. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here. First down, here's the run with Cook. He's to the 10. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back.
And
Intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. A first down carry here for Johnson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. To throw on second down is Luck. Buying time to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Giants on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. This is Gallman. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
I was used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher. And all night long, he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge third down conversion. On the ground, it's Gallman again. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now a handoff as they run left side. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Giants on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. They'll need to get the play off quickly. On third down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. They'll give it here to his running back. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was kind of interesting. It appears this coaching staff really trusts this rookie early in his career. They want to get him a touchdown here in his NFL debut.
2nd and goal from the 7. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. So a field goal gets you back within a score, but they're going to go for the bigger chunk here. Kicking team on the sidelines. Offense on for 4th down. Here we go with Johnson. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. And his kick is right through. Rosas now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now out comes Minnesota. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got
quick strip. The ball's out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, and they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And the agility got him a few extra before he's taken down right at the 10. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. In motion comes the tight end left. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Losing 6 yards there to bring up 4th.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
And Rosas puts this one through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So now then, it's a big kick there to get this game back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal could still do you in.
Brandon, we're going to see right here. I would expect that after the kickoff, this offense is going to come out throwing. So those first few plays are going to be the key.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Well, timeout on their side here. In fact, a lot going against them. They do have a small glimmer of hope.
No one likes to play extra football. They want to go for the win right now.
Bridgewater to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Bridgewater. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. Here's Bridgewater. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 3rd and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Now Bridgewater. He gets it left side to Johnson. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big run there by Johnson. 59 yards on the ground. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it's good. And on opening weekend, a field goal to win it as time expires. And the Giants win the football game. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Giants, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, good night, everybody.